Let's pick up where we left off last week. We're going to make sure that our paper is vertical, which means it will be taller instead of wider. We're going to be drawing our self-portraits by using shapes, just like Paul Klee. We'll start by drawing a big circle on our paper. Remember that a circle should be round with no edges or points. We'll want to make sure that we try to keep it the same distance all the way around, like this. Should we draw it like a very tall oval? No. How about a very wide oval? Not quite. If you need some help drawing a circle, look around for something near you that you could maybe trace around. For instance, I'm going to use this bowl that we had our lemons inside of. I'll place the bowl just above the center so that I have a little bit of room above and then more room down below. Trace around the bowl, going nice and steady. Oh, beautiful. Like magic. Next, let's draw our neck. We can use a rectangle shape to create that. Draw 2 lines down from your circle shape for your head, and then you can draw a line across at the bottom to have the meat. Now, I'm going to leave mine open because I'm just going to close that shape with the shape for my shoulders. I'm going to draw a half circle shape starting at the bottom of one side of my paper, curving up, touching the ends of my neck shape, and curving down to the bottom of my paper on the other side. Wonderful. Okay, now let's talk about the shape of your eyes. In Paul Klee's portrait, he combines 2 half circles to create the shape of the eye. Let's try that too. Half circle on top, half circle on the bottom. Remember that we want to create balance by having about the same size of our eyes. If we created one big eye and one small eye, then we'd have great contrast, but not balance. After you draw your 2 eye shapes, you can draw a circle inside of it to represent our eyeballs. From the top of the eye to the bottom of the eye. On both sides. Nice. For the nose, Paul Klee drew a long and thin rectangle, just like this. One side, second side. Then connected the top and bottom. You can even draw 2 small circles on the side of the rectangle to make your nostrils. Now, drawing our mouth. There's so many shapes you can use. A circle looks like you're talking, yelling, or singing, while a rectangle could be a big grin with your teeth showing. You can draw a half circle to show an opened mouth grin, or even Miss G's favorite. A heart with a curved line in the center could be a closed mouth smile. Could you even try a triangle shape for your mouth? Pick a shape and draw your mouth in the space below your nose. Now, Paul Klee didn't draw ears on his portrait, but we'll add that detail here. You can once again use a half circle shape. Remember to draw it on one side and then the other side too, so we can create balance. And, well, symmetry. Don't worry, we'll talk about that another time. Next up, hair. Again, Mr. Klee didn't draw any hair, but I think we could show him how to use shapes to build that too. What does your hair look like? Short? Long? Curly? Straight? Maybe you wear it in a bun? Or in braids? Show me! Miss G has very long hair, so I'll start at the top, draw a curve up, then over, and all the way down. I'll repeat it on the other side to give my portrait, what's that? Balance. In the space above your eyes, you could draw eyebrows. You can draw them as lines or even shapes too. Pointy, curved, maybe both. Since Miss G has bangs that cover my eyebrows, I'll be filling in this space with even more hair by drawing a line across my head, horizontally, and then maybe even adding a little triangle shape to show a little shape in my bangs. Haha, Miss G has jokes. I will also need to draw glasses in my portrait too. If you don't wear glasses, then you can skip this part. If you wear them too, then you can see when I create 2 oval shapes around my eyes, and I'll connect them between the nose and by the ears. Speaking of ears, I have earrings, so I could add some circle shapes in here to show that. Is there anything on your face you could add for some extra detail using shapes? Next up, clothes! Down on our shoulders, we could create a small curve to go just below our neck to show where our clothes could start. I can also draw 2 curves on each side, inside of the half circle, to show where my arms would be. Start thinking of your favorite piece of clothing. Mine is a pair of overalls, so I could draw that in this area below my neck to show clothing. I could even draw some additional shapes to show a pattern on my shirt. For instance, circles for polka dots, rectangles for stripes, or maybe even a bunch of ovals for flowers. Okay, back up to our hair to talk more detail. Perhaps to show some movement, I could add some extra lines in my hair to show the direction it is going. I have straight hair, so I'll just draw straight vertical lines right here. How about your hair? Is it curly? You could try a wavy line. Woohoo! We drew our self-portrait, but now we need to make it pop with some contrast from our background. See how our pencil lines maybe don't stand out enough against the color? So to accomplish making it pop, we will outline it with a black marker, okay, over our pencil lines that we just drew. You can start anywhere on your paper you would like to. I'll start up at the top of my head and then maybe jump down to the bottom. Take your time as you outline so you can take a look at your portrait as you go to see if there's any errors you might want to add to. For instance, I'm going to grab my pencil and draw those same movement lines in my bangs. And in my eyes, draw an extra circle. Now artists, you might be wondering if we'll be coloring these in, and the answer is that we're going to leave them in this style of art that is line artwork. Okay, the black outline provides a great contrast to our colorful abstract background and lets those colors pop through the beautiful self-portrait drawing we did. However, you can choose to color in some spots with your black marker if you would like. So I'm going to color in my glasses shape, my earring shape, my shirt stripes too. And part of my eyes too. Time for another check, but this time it's for pencil marks. Can you see any old pencil marks still on your paper? If you can, erase them at this time. You can start by taking any scrap paper you have. I'm going to line it up so that it covers just the mouth? No. The mouth, nose, and eyes? No. That's right, just the nose and mouth. See how my black outlines are showing through my scrap paper? So I'm going to trace those lines that I already made, and that'll help create my mask shape. You could leave your mask white, or perhaps add some shapes to it. I'll try some squares and triangles, circles. How will your mask look? If you choose to draw a design on your mask, please make sure that you also outline it with your black marker once you are done. Then you can go ahead and cut it out. Voila! Artistes! Our Paul Klee inspired self-portraits are done! We created abstract backgrounds and we drew line artwork self-portraits. Be sure to show you with a mask on and a mask off version of your self-portrait when you submit your project. I am so proud of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, artists!